All right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Today is a very special day for lots of reasons.
Lots.
If you are just tuning in to the Palin Music live stream on Friday, first of all, you probably noticed something's different. We're missing a few folks.
Yeah.
Now, one of them will be joining us shortly. Mike is actually up there working for a living, taking care of business.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do a little bit of work around here. A little bit of work today. And, look, Elijah is, well, he actually is the author, source, and person behind the Nate White fan club that you see here. And he got busted the other day.
I did get busted the other day.
And I'm offering you a soft rebuke so you can.
Soft rebuke.
Yeah. No, I'm not. That's terrible. Anyway, today's a super special day because today is the Friday before Mother's Day.
Wow.
And so we want to talk about some musical stories with our moms. And if you have any musical stories with your mom, hey, Todd, surprise. Awesome. He says, I was at the Yamaha showcase last night at Overland Park. Well, it's funny thing you mentioned that, Todd, because today we're going to be giving away the Yamaha THR 102,
We're doing it.
the 10-2. This is an incredible amp to have for all of, this would be something, you could put this in the back of your pickup truck. You know what I mean?
man.
You could have this in your office. You could probably hide this somewhere on a bookshelf and have your nice little practice amp. But also, it's got lots of other features and benefits that a lot of other desktop amps don't have out there. Go ahead, Elijah. Tell us about it.
You got acoustic mic modeling on it. You've got bass amp modeling on it.
Hey, now.
So my bass guys, you can still use
A
this.
little something for everybody.
Yeah, it's got an editor app. Yamaha has an app you can plug into it. Bluetooth on it. Hi-fi, stereo. It can also be like a nice speaker if you want to just plug in your phone, listen to some good tunes.
Yeah.
So it can do a lot of cool things.
It's a really fun and really cool amp. It's lightweight. Anyway, somebody's winning this today, and here's what we did. We had so much fun at the Yamaha guitar events. I know we had a blast here in Springfield, we had a blast in Joplin and Overland Park. And so if you were at those, make sure that you let everybody know because one of you guys is going to win one of these events today. Real quick, let's give a shout out to some of the folks here that are chiming in.
Oh, we got Chuck Myers on. Let's go.
Come on, Chuck.
Hey. What you got to say?
I don't know, but had to do mush mouth.
Chris White said, did somebody say bass?
Bass?
Yeah, we did.
All about that bass. No trouble.
That's right. The way God intended it.
We got the ever faithful Ty Burns,
Man.
my guy. How are you, sir?
He's the man.
And Todd Surprise, Chuck Myers, Chris. And before we give this amp away, and please, if you're watching this, chime in really quick.
Yes.
I want to hear some wonderful memories, musical memories with your mom. Mother's Day is right around the corner. This is also your old buddy Nate reminding you might, slide over to the flower shop maybe after work. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do or write mom a note. You know what? Send mom a text. That kind of thing.
Send us some chocolate.
Send her some chocolate. Hey.
Hey.
All right. But what's a fun musical memory that you might have with your mom?
Two come straight to mind. So, number one, growing up, my mom, I'll put it this way, my mom and dad aren't the musical ones in the family. My mom is more musical than my dad. And so, two things come to mind. When I was a kid growing up, she was in the church choir. And so, I remember being a kid watching her on stage in the choir, and I would always say like, I can hear my mom, There's my mom, she's so cool, right? And then second, I was a theater kid in high school, and I was a thespian.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was me and my sister were always in theater, and my mom would not miss a single thing, whether it be sports, whether it be church-related stuff, whether it be school-related, and so she was always at every single theater performance, musical, everything like that, and was just always like the rocks. She was the mom that would bring the Capri Sun for the for the sports team. Yeah. She was that way for the theater department too. So it was a lot of fond memories doing that.
That's wonderful. Yeah. What you got?
I got a couple. So my first one, So growing up, I was homeschooled, and we still had to be up 7 o'clock in the morning.
Hey.
Get ready
Do it
to
right.
take those classes. But the first memory is, the springtime, wind blowing, the sun is out, the windows are slightly cracked. My mom is playing some gospel music or catching us up on some Motown. Some vibes are going through the house, and it just feels great.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back to that day every day.
Simpler times.
Much simpler times. But the memory that probably wins over that one is my mom also too sang in choir at church on the worship team and stuff like that. Both my parents did. And it's really neat because being around parents that both sang harmonies, my sister and I picked up on harmonies very early. So I was about 6, my sister was 4. We were harmonizing in the backseat on the way to church. But my mom, she would lead this song for the choir, and it was called Because of Who You Are.
Because of who you are. What was that? What was that lady's name that did that?
Vicky Yohe. Was
Vicky Yohe? I
was
thought
it-
it was something started with an M. Anyway, but I remember that song. That's some good chord changes to
Oh my
it.
goodness, yeah.
Like that. Because of who you are. Yeah. Very
And
good.
I worship you
Yep.
because of who you are.
Jehovah Jireh.
Yep.
You do that big break right there. Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's a great tune. Hey, while you're looking that up, and I want to hear the rest of this, but so Chuck Myers says that his mom bought him his first guitar almost 50 years ago. God bless her.
Legacy.
Yep. Chris White says, my mom on a Saturday morning used to belt out Beyonce songs while cleaning on a Saturday morning. Said Saturday twice.
Oops.
Todd
LOL.
Surprise says, my mom always supported me with all of my musical adventures, no matter how loud or how badly I played.
Bless her.
Miss her
Oh,
dearly.
yeah.
God bless you, Todd. We love you for
I
sure.
love what Chris said.
Chris said-
His mom was probably singing to the left, to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention too.
Yeah.
I was the drummer kid.
Yeah.
I played drums.
So you had the pots
full-
out of the.
Happy New Guitar Day!
Happy New Guitar Day! Woo!
Yeah.
Hey, just so you know, you might not know what that is. If you come to Palin Music and you get yourself a new guitar, a new clarinet, new set of drums, you're going to get a happy new
Happy New
Happy
Guitar
New
Day.
Guitar
new
Day,
day.
man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were the drum kid.
Yeah, and so I had a full acoustic drum set.
Oh, yeah.
In my room,
Oh,
and she allowed me to just wail away. And she said one of the best things about me moving out when I got older was she didn't have to hear that. But
Real talk.
bless her heart,
Yeah.
she allowed me to.
Speaking of drummers, Ty Burns said, not my mom, but my mother-in-law makes a point to try to come to any gig
Oh,
that I
man.
have that she can make it to and treats me like I'm the biggest rock star she's ever met. God bless.
Oh,
good
That
old
is
man.
awesome.
That's the
Man.
best.
Additional
Thank you, Ty, for
mamas?
sharing that.
Additional mamas?
That's
Hey,
right.
guys, can I come hang out?
Irreplaceable.
Hi.
Chris White says,
Oh, there we are.
irreplaceable was his mom's jam. That's awesome, Chris.
That's awesome.
Hey, speaking of awesome, here's Mike Henderson.
Oh, hi.
joining us.
Hey, how we doing?
Now-
Welcome to myself. Hi.
Mike, what we're doing is, number one, if you're just joining us, we are going to give
I am just
away
joining us.
this Yamaha THR
Oh, cool.
10-2 amplifier. Can
It's
they see
happening.
it? Yeah. If you
Yeah.
came to the Yamaha event, what we did was, we did this right. Missouri's got hard and fast rules about giving stuff away. I don't know if you heard about it.
Oh, yeah.
But we got everybody's name on a random
FanDuel.
name picker. And I've got this random name picker. It is wheelonames.com. We're going
That's
to
it.
hit that thing, got all the names entered
Hit
into
that
there.
thing.
Somebody's going to win that today. And guess what?
What?
I think we ought to call them up.
Oh yeah.
We're going to call you up.
Little
TV?
cold call.
If you
never
win,
hurt
we're going to
anybody.
call you up.
Call you up.
man.
We're going to call you up. Might be over here. Oh, look at Jordan Carr.
Sure. Look at those sweet boys.
Jordan Carr.
Hey, speaking of
Dirty
which,
dog.
we should give a shout out to this guy behind the controls
Max
here.
Wallen.
Dirty Max.
Dirty Max.
Yeah, Max.
Dirty Max.
Max is like the mechanic and the front of house sound guy for
Yes.
Palin Music.
He's it.
He likes to say if he's doing his job right, you don't even know he exists.
He's like that guy when you go to the. He's usually got like a rag or something. You always tell him, "All right, what's the damage?" And he goes, "You're looking at $350 with some change." Okay, that's
It
Max.
took me a second, but the mechanic. No, Max does a lot. So he jumped in Jordan's seat.
Yeah.
Maxwell by name, Max very well by reputation, as they say. Yeah.
There you go.
Don Keegan, shout out to Nash at the Overland Park store last night for a great Yamaha
Oh,
event.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, glad
Nash
you made up
and
there,
the
Don.
crew.
That's cool.
Love
Yeah.
those guys up there.
Nashville.
Mike, we're telling musical memories with our mom.
Musical memories with our mother. Well, the first one that popped in my mind. You guys have heard of Pokey Lafarge?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. My mom loves that guy, and it was fun. He came to the Outland Ballroom a handful of years ago, and she wanted to go for her birthday. So I had a mom-son date to Pokey Lafarge. We went out and had some dinner, and just she and I hit the night, and it was a really good time.
That's funny. That's wonderful.
But some of the other ones I really remember too is right after moving to Missouri from Utah. You know, my mom played guitar. She was a big influence on my early stages of being able to play. And we'd go to the cousin's house and do the pickin' parties. And it's just sitting in a barn with a couple, 4 or 5 guitars and a mandolin and a banjo. And she was learning all these country songs and teaching all these country boys some Beatles and Roy Orbison and stuff. And it was just a lot of fun to watch her play and pick and sing along, and it was just awesome. So
That's amazing.
She was a massive,
Heck yeah.
massive foundation into what I morphed into eventually. So.
And you morphed into a wonderful person.
Thanks, buddy.
Sweet boy.
Likewise.
matter
I
of
bet
fact.
your mom had something to do with that for you too.
A quick memory with me and my mom. And by the way, don't forget, we're about to give away this amplifier right here, so stay tuned. A quick memory. Number one, every song from the time I was 16 to the time I was, married and moved out and starting my own family, I would bring songs to my mom that I had written, and I would play them for her. And my mom was always my first. And she loves me, but she would also tell me straight. If she didn't like it, she'd say, "Well, that's not your best." Or if she liked a lot, she'd go, "Nathan." Yeah, and just be like, "You've got to get that out there."
But
And to this very day, my mom still nobody. Both of my folks are amazing, but my mom has always just vehemently believed in my ability to get out there and do it. But I'll tell you a fun
That's awesome.
concert memory. I feel like my brother Josh got the tickets. And I don't know if Josh is even watching this, but I have 2 brothers, Josh and John, and they're both fantastic musicians. And Josh plays drums, John plays bass, and we had a band, and we do the deal. It was great. And but my brother Josh got tickets for my mom and my wife and his wife to go see at the Blue Note in Columbia, Missouri, with his band, Kevin Costner, the actor. He actually is a singer. And my mom, to hear her tell it, that was the greatest musical experience of her life. And just really it was about her proximity to Kevin Costner.
That'll do it.
Yeah, and oh man, she just and so if anybody from the Blue Note is listening, you knocked the cover off the ball with
There
the
you go.
Kevin Costner concert. She just lost her mind in that, but
Bless
it always tickled me.
That's
yeah.
great.
If you're just tuning in, this is the Friday live stream. I feel like I'm Shopping Network, but man, we're about to give away a really, really cool thing. But yeah.
Before we do,
But before we do,
But before we do,
We
I
need
want to hear
5
from
phone
you guys.
calls.
Put in the comments, tell us a fun musical memory with your mom. Let me ask you this. What was one of the coolest musical gifts that you ever got from your folks?
wow.
I would say my coolest gift.
Or it could be something that was given to you. It doesn't have to be like an instrument. It could be like an album, or it could be like something that's like, hey, I wear this jacket. This is like one of my favorite jackets to wear to a gig,
Sure.
or some kind of musical, gift or totem or something that was given to you.
I'd say my greatest gift was violin lessons at age 4, because that totally is where everything started for me musically.
That's
And,
proper. Yeah, that's proper
my music understanding as far as classical music, then branching off into understanding worship, and then jazz, and then rock, and all of the other things. My parents giving me the option
Yeah.
to pursue learning an instrument at age 4
Yeah.
was my greatest gift.
I would 1,000% echo that. I started taking guitar lessons at 16, and I remember my parents funded that, first of all, and then second of all, I went into them and I said, I want to take lessons twice a week. for an hour. You know, because I was like serious. And then even on top of that, I was like listening to I took lessons on Tuesday and Thursday, one with my buddy Dave McCrate and the other with my buddy Justin Neighbors. Dave was Thursdays, I think, and Justin was Tuesdays. And I would listen into their lesson. They would listen into mine. And so I was getting 4 lessons a week.
Wow.
You know, when I was in high school. And that was...
That's a big deal.
That changed
That's
my
a real
life.
big deal,
That
yeah.
changed my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What does Jeff say? Jeff DeBauer says, or DeBoer?
DeBoer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
DeBoer.
right.
I'm a full adult. It's good to be satisfied.
That's good.
Yeah. I recently started taking guitar lessons. I helped my mom with something big recently, and she offered to pay for my first year of lessons.
Wow.
Moms never stop taking care of me.
no.
God
That-
bless you, Jeff.
Heck
Boy,
yeah.
that's a testimony right there.
That's right.
Somebody.
That's awesome.
Sheldon Corporate just says, in.
I'm in that.
Man, we're glad you're here, brother.
Yeah. Man, I have a similar story to E. Smooth here. Lessons were like, it was huge for me growing up. Fun story. When I was probably 10 or so, I took lessons here at Palin Music.
Yeah, you did.
And the instructor was just in this room hanging out with Mike, getting a guitar. So, yeah, that's kind of a full circle moment. So,
Yeah.
so that's cool. Yeah, the lessons were always great, and it's cool to have the full circle moment of it was at Palin, and now I'm here, and I see students every day coming in. It just reminds me of me in the best of ways. But something like a tangible gift, like an instrument, probably when I was in college, I really started taking up bass more seriously. I was always, like, I remember having a bass growing up, but I didn't know how to play it all. But my mom got me a 1997 Fender Jazz Bass 5-string.
Nice.
And it was like one of my first like professional level instruments, right? And it was like a Mexican made Fender. It was awesome. And it still irks me to this day that I traded it to get like a nicer bass, and then, you know, I did the whole musician thing.
I hear that
Like you
story
do when
all
you're
the
poor
time.
and
Well,
That's the one that got away from
Hey,
me.
we should do a whole Friday live stream on the one that got
The
away.
one that got away,
And see,
or the
this-
5 that got away.
This conversation
Yeah.
is what I feel like ties musicians and car folks
Yeah.
all
There
in
it
the
is,
same
yep.
conversation,
Why did I
because
sell
I've
that
heard
car?
so many stories about why did I sell that guitar? Why did I
Yeah.
sell this
Yeah.
car or this,
Hey, speaking
these
of
wheels?
which, Emmett, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but I'm
Okay.
just going to let it breathe a little
Okay,
bit.
I'm just gonna breathe a little bit.
Little breath.
Yeah.
If you have not heard of Cars and Guitars,
Mm-hmm.
it's an incredible event that Emmett started, and it is a car show here
Mm-hmm.
in Springfield, Missouri. Entire store surrounded by
yeah.
classic cars, exotic cars.
Come on
Come on
in.
in.
Come
Come
on
on
in.
in. Yeah.
Welcome back,
And
friends.
it is definitely. We can't tell you details, but we can tell you it's coming, and it's
Yes.
coming quick. Keep your ears open. Emmett's got to go say hey to somebody really quick, but we're about to give away this thing real quick. Mike,
Yes.
what's something that changed your life that your mom?
Man. So luckily I was last and got to go last and think about this for a second. But I really think if it was the best, it was just I was surrounded by music my entire life. Like I just don't ever remember not having good music around, whether it was, living in Salt Lake and being around like my choir director of a grandfather or great-grandfather, to hooked on classics as a kid and crying in my bedroom just because the music's so pretty, to figuring out the Beatles and John Prine and Roy Orbison and the Traveling Wilburys and all those things back in the day. I don't know. My parents just always provided me with quality radio and records all the time. Michael
Yeah.
Jackson, just all of it. And so, they only bought me one guitar, so I can't give a lot of credit for it. I still have it, though, a wonderful Alvarez nylon string guitar that I still
you go.
play,
That's
and I love
awesome.
it. But, yeah, the biggest gift was just they supported me, and they always had something cool to listen to.
That's awesome.
They always
Growing up
did.
in a house where music is played
Yeah,
is,
it was-
is definitely a gift.
Yeah.
Hey Max, can you scroll up there? Because I just realized there's been a bunch of comments
Oh, yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah.
So Sheldon said, I saved a long time to get my first Fender,
Shalala.
I was
Was short.
$40 short, and Mom gave me the $40. That was in 1980. She also paid for my lessons.
Oh, yeah.
Sheldon, that's beautiful, brother. Thank you so much. Ty Burns says, for my 10th birthday, my parents got me the Led Zeppelin Mothership compilation
Oh, that's a
album.
cool one.
And I wore that thing out trying to be John Bonham. Yeah, you did.
That was a good one because that's the first time you could find, hey, what can I do on an?
Oh, so that was the big one that.
That was that big 4-disc one. It was
Yeah,
kind of like
with
the
the crop
greatest hits, but it was
circles.
like the greatest hits.
Yeah.
And a few songs that you couldn't find on
Yeah.
vinyl. Like,
Wanna tell you about the girl I love.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Hey,
Yep,
what can I do?
Yep. It's a good one.
Chris White, piano lessons in 3rd grade. That helped me out in 5th grade when I started taking guitar lessons at the church.
Have a good one, brother.
That's
Indeed.
cool. Yeah.
See ya.
And then what's Jeff say? Would love it if you did a Cars
Are
and
we doing?
Guitars
Come on
OP.
in. Come on in.
Well, man, you need to drive down here to do cars. There's people that come from pretty far away.
Oh,
That's right.
we've had people call in from like a couple states north of us asking about when it's going to be happening. We had somebody call from Virginia.
Yeah.
That was like, hey, I want to come and make sure I don't miss this.
Take that
Yeah,
road
Jeff.
trip.
So I mean,
All right.
it's pretty easy. You just get down
Hey, all right, it's
13 and
Josh,
just
all
come on
right.
in.
Make a day out of it.
That's right. That's right. I promise you're gonna have a good time. Well, it's 3:20. I think we're going to give this thing away here in about 5 minutes.
Wow.
Okay.
I love it.
The suspense is killing me.
Real quick, I want to remind you that we do a live stream every day. Monday,
look who
it's
it
from
is.
the shop. Hey! Come on in here. We're live, baby.
There's a face for TV right there.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Every
Oh,
Monday
yes.
we do a live stream live here from the store
why
with
he's
Danny,
married.
and Danny's doing I think he's doing a refret like on a old
Yep.
vintage Gibson right now.
Yeah, he started that
Oh,
this
yeah.
week. And
It's fascinating. If you love that kind of stuff.
What was that other guitar that came in with the crazy?
Oh, well, there's I don't know if that'll make the live stream because we have to ask the owner, but
Oh, yeah.
there is a I think it's a
Court.
Oh no.
You talking about that one? No.
No, I'm talking about is it a National or a Stella? There's an old guitar back there that supposedly has an original PAF in it.
oh wow.
Yeah, and it's really cool looking. So maybe that's a live stream model. I don't know. We'll have to ask the owner, but there's something cool in Danny's Bench every single day, and that's every Monday we do a live stream. Tuesdays is What's in the Case with Mike and Chase. Chase isn't here. He's actually is he on vacation?
His sister
His sister's graduating.
getting her
Graduating.
That's right.
master's.
She's getting her master's.
He's
Yeah.
trying to get some of that osmosis education from her. I
There
think,
you
by
go.
standing near her a little bit.
There it is.
Well, we love Chase, but he'll be
Radiation.
back. He'll be back next week for What's in the Case on
He could
Tuesday.
use it.
Wednesday is me and Mike, and we're doing
yeah.
our jam, and we'll be doing some rock and roll and different music trivia. We got something really cool planned for next Wednesday.
We do.
And actually, now that I say that, I forgot to tell you, but Wednesday, there's a surprise on Wednesday. It'll be interesting. You're going to want to tune in.
Surprise.
And then Thursday, the Smooth Hour.
Yep.
Smoothie and you smooth.
That's right.
Yeah.
With Elijah and Emmett. And then Friday is the full gang. And then tomorrow morning, we'll have Chords and Coffee at 9 a.m. Central
yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
So
Always
watch
something.
that.
Yeah.
Always don't forget Wake Up with Greg Friday
Wake
mornings.
Up with Greg Friday
Yeah.
morning. It is an incredible show. Greg is a enthusiast for all things professional band instrument as well as Hot Wheels.
Yeah. And you don't even have to be
Wheels,
band and orchestra,
mesh shirts.
you know. You don't have to be an aficionado of that to enjoy his show because he talks about pop culture. He talks about what he's wearing. He talks about some cool vinyl and records and stuff like that. So it's a good time.
And he knows how to talk to us simple guitar players about horns. It's great.
Yeah.
He's
absolutely.
a smart man.
It's so much fun.
Todd Surprise says, "Did you say surprise?"
We did, Todd.
Speaking of which, we are about to give away this Yamaha. Tell them one more time. Maybe somebody's just now tuning in. Can you tell them what this is, Elijah?
What is this, Elijah?
Yeah.
So this is a Yamaha.
Yamaha.
This here is the THR 10-2. Okay. Thank you. This guy here, it can be multiple use. So it can work as a hi-fi stereo. So you can just plug in your phone and have this thing as your speakers.
Bumping.
It's awesome for acoustic guitar. It'll model for acoustic guitar. Even bass it will do. And of course electric guitar. You can throw in, it has an app that you can plug it into to use it there. And also, it's DAW compatible too. This comes with a entry-level version of Cubase, so you can go straight into Cubase and record. And it's Bluetooth compatible, dude. There's so much you can do.
Yeah,
with this thing.
it's a fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
right out of the chute, it sounds like an incredible recording and practice tool. And
Yep.
so, you know, you might be looking at this going, I got a way bigger amp than that. Well, this is a whole other
this
other
is.
thing. Yeah.
It's like you have set it and forget it pedals. This would be your set it forget it type of amp where you always have it on and it can be used for a bunch of different things.
So everybody that came to the Yamaha events, in all of our locations had their name. Everybody that was willing to have their name entered in had their name entered in, and we have a third party. It's called Wheel of Names from wheelofnames.com, and I've got all the names of everyone who entered into this Wheel of Names, and I'm literally going to click that, and then we are then going to call this person. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give, here's the sheet, and then Mike is going
Here's the
to
phone.
call them up,
And I am
and
gonna call them.
and once we've won it, and that's that. Now, if for some reason they don't answer, we have their email, and so we'll email
How we doing,
them.
brother?
Yep.
Welcome in.
All right. So, are we ready? I'm going to approach the camera here. Whoa! People are calling in already.
Did I
All
win?
right. So here is the Wheel of Names, and we are going to hit this on the count of 3. And Elijah's going to play some music. Here we go.
ready.
1, 2, 3, go. It's turning. And the winner is
Well,
Michael was just here.
I won?
That's awesome.
Michael Winsler?
Michael Winsler.
Whoa! Michael Winsler!
Yeah.
Whoa!
I don't know if I can get to focus. There we go.
Take it right a little bit.
Right
There
a
you
little
go.
bit. Everybody's like, I don't care. I didn't win. Here we go.
he just lost.
Oh,
all
there
our
it is.
viewers.
Wait, there it is. Michael
Michael
Winsler.
Winsler!
Man, that's awesome.
Happy
All right, so let's give him a call.
Give him a call. Oh,
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's right there.
what is it? 4 1
Well, maybe
7.
I don't know if he wants his phone number. yeah,
yeah.
let's hold on.
Probably
He lives in the
Quietly.
417.
Yeah. Michael, we're getting ready to call you. You better answer the phone here.
Michael.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Mach 7
It's ringing.
messengers.
We know it's
Mach
not.
7 Messengers is the name of his band. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, he was just in here yesterday.
He was here
Just
just a
today
second ago.
too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Here we
Why
go.
did he even leave yesterday? Huh?
Mike's calling him.
It's ringing.
It's ringing.
It's ringing.
It's ringing. Let's see.
Forwarded to a voicemail.
Forwarded to a voicemail.
Michael.
Wait.
Michael.
You missed it, brother. You missed it, brother.
Let me try to call this guy. Hold on a second. Let me see that thing.
Hey,
All right.
Michael, this is Mike from Palin Music Center calling. Me and Emmett and Elijah and Nate are here on the live stream right now, and we just wanted to let you know you are the lucky winner of the Yamaha THR 10-2, my friend. Sorry we didn't do this drawing earlier when you were in the store. But anyway, give us a call, buddy, or come on by and get your amplifier. Congratulations, friend. See you soon.
Man.
Bam.
Mr. Customer Service over here.
Well,
man.
I'm like the voice of Palin Music. I don't know.
He is. Yeah.
Let's see if he answers.
Oh, we got the personal here.
Oh.
Hey, Michael, it's Nate.
Oh, okay.
For
Wow.
Nate. Oh, I see.
Wow.
Answers
Well,
for Nate. Oh.
Sounds like
Must
you're
see
driving,
TV
so you're
over
probably
here.
not on social media right now, are you? Cool. Well, right before you go into your band practice, you should tell all of your bandmates that you just won the Yamaha THR 10-2 amp from our Yamaha guitar giveaway. We just gave it away live on our live stream, and you won.
Whoa. Whoop.
You're live right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Here, hold on a second. Say something that's PG. Ready? Go.
All right. Hey, all the people from Palin and all my friends there at the store. Appreciate you guys.
We love you,
Appreciate
Michael.
you, man. Congratulations.
Happy
Have a
New
great-
Amp Day!
Yeah. Happy New Amp Day.
Have a great rehearsal.
That's awesome.
All right, we'll see you, bud.
See you.
Well, that was great.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
great.
hey, thanks for tuning in. Listen, we're only at the tip of the iceberg of this thing. We've got a lot of really cool stuff planned this year. Please follow us on all the social media. There's some exciting things coming. Can't tell you about it, but you're going to want to hear about it.
Oh, yes.
Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You have a great rest of your day.
We love y'all.
Happy weekend.
Peace
Happy
out.
Mother's Day, moms.
Much love. Happy,
Happy
Mother's Day.
Yep.
See y'all.